So it has been uh, a couple weeks gotten together. As last I remember, you kind of in between jobs maybe had picked up a job to start with, but hadn't actually done much yet. So I could be
That
differently. Just let me
looks
know.
right, based on my notes.
What was the last job that we completed? Weren't we?
The distraction for the guy getting executed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I seem to remember it being quite theatrical.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the most recent one, and it looks like you had picked up your next job, but I don't think.
Okay.
I think I
That
talked to
was,
the guy whose wife was missing. That was it.
Right, I think I do remember that.
She was kidnapped by the rats that the were rats, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the active job board right now.
Yep. So we have to go rescue the person from the were rats. Wherever they ended up at the city.
That is the ultimate question.
So I suppose we need to start asking around town about rat infestations again.
However you would like to go about it, it is
Or we could just get her another job.
perfectly valid as well.
What do you
Ideas
guys
here, destroy a prototype. More gold, more XP. We don't got to deal with no were rats.
Yeah, but remember, we did want to find the were rats to potentially pursue our.
You guys
our
wanted to find the were rats. I didn't want to go back in that stupid fucking sewer. I keep having to spend like a day cleaning myself off after that.
Well,
Say, wasn't it like Scott's character that was more invested in working with them anyway?
yeah.
he mentioned the idea, and Samuel was like, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. I feel like we'd be able to pull that off pretty easily. We should do that. And then we went back there, and they were gone.
Yeah. Did we end up even getting silver weapons made? To fight them?
I believe so.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the last time you
Oh, I
went,
got silvered arrows. Yeah, I got silver.
yeah,
arrows.
everyone went through the effort of getting silvered stuff just to find out that they had already left.
Yeah.
we're able to fight them now because we have the stuff required. It's just that we're changing our minds on fighting them, and that maybe it would be better if we tried to collaborate.
Well,
Which I think is not a bad idea. So if you want to take another job and start pursuing or talking to whoever we need to talk to figure this stuff out, I might go search for at least the whereabouts of the were rats, and we can reconvene on this matter at a sooner or at a soon to be date. But I am interested to at least know where they're at.
I got a question about the destroy the prototype description. It says remove the largest pair of hands to return as proof. What does that mean? Do I have to actually cut off somebody's hands and put them in the bag of holding with the pocket watch?
It's a pocket watch. A watch has.
Oh, I see.
This is
Why would that
already too
matter if the whole
complicated
thing
for
is in a
Samuel.
bag of holding that we're giving it to them?
I think maybe you're not haven't caught on to what.
What's that?
I think maybe you haven't caught on.
Oh, it's gonna go poof, isn't it? Because interplanar.
Yeah.
Interplanar. Okay, so throw it into there. It'll go bye-bye, and we gotta take the large. Okay, I see. So we
Yeah.
take the largest pair of hands off to show that we did have the watch, and we just chuck it into there, so that way it doesn't like do some shit to us on the way back. Okay,
We're
I
supposed
see.
to we're supposed to destroy the watch, and the pair of hands from the pocket
I
watch
see.
is like us bringing the ear of the person we assassinated back to.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I see that now. I think this is a better job than the find the wife job.
Oh, yeah,
Pull
well,
that
I
one
don't
off.
care what you think. I'm gonna go see if I can find my racketeering fellows. I'll be back.
You do that. I'll go get some leads on the prototype and where the shadows
All right,
might
well,
be.
we'll meet back here in a day's time. Does that sound all right?
We'll meet back here around dinner time at the end of the day. How about that?
I'm amicable to these.
I'll give you a little nod.
I'll go with you and check on the rats. That sounds fun.
Perfect. It'll be a teamwork never hurt.
All right. So you guys head out into. Okay, so you guys depart into head your own ways. We will take a look at the rats. What's going to be your first stop?
I'm gonna will we visit the if I can find the hands of the king and or find their headquarters, since this has been reported to the hands of the king, who said that they couldn't find her. I'm gonna go see if I can figure out if anybody had a lead on the missing lady that ran cold or something like that, or what their potential ideas were on that. Basically, I'll go to the police station and say, "Hey, why'd you stop looking?"
Yeah, so you head over to the nearest station. Um, Head inside and begin asking about. Um, the clerk at the counter that you're responds. I know of that case. What business do you have requesting information about?
I'm a friend of well, the husband of the lady that went missing, and he asked if I might be able to spend some of my skills on searching for his lost wife. Quite distressed.
Indeed. Let me see what I can find. That hurries off to the back room. He comes back about 10 or 15 minutes later with a small folder of written up, rather poorly written. It seems as if just copied by hand. Here's what we got that we can give out. Hope it's of some assistance to you. It's not much, but it's something.
Anything will help, so I'm quite appreciative. Thank you.
Of course. Good luck. Hopefully you can do something more than we.
If I find anything, I'll be sure to tell you, so that way you can take it off of your case list.
Appreciate it. So you step out and you take a look at. There's not a lot of valuable information in there. There's a few reports of where rat sighting, but they seem isolated enough to not be protected. You do have one of the reports, though, does where somebody had followed one of the were-rats to a warehouse before. The, the hands had searched that location and come up empty, but closest that anyone gotten to where they're currently heading.
Very well, then I suppose that'll be the first stop, is to go pick up where it was left off at and see what we see.
Yep.
Okay. So you take a look at the address that's listed there, and you head over to over on the other side. Good ways, not too terribly far from where normal. And you find that it seems to be a old, rundown, perhaps hasn't been used in a while, whiskey storage.
I suppose we should take a look inside and see if any of the old stock got left behind, at least, right?
Yep. Good idea.
That's- So you head over there. You do find the door is locked, sealed up at the moment. It's a small stone warehouse. 25 by 25.
Right, well, before kicking the door in, I'll take a little look around outside, see what I see if there's any other obvious ways in or evidence of maybe like underground tunnels or somewhere that where rats might have come or gone from, if there's anything obvious.
Oh, that's nothing like that you can tell from the outside. It's a pretty plain building and old and well used.
Alright, well, if you have any other way to get into here without creating a scene, then I suggest you take it and tell me how. Otherwise, I'm going to try my strength against this door.
Is the door locked? Did you try that?
I did mention it was.
It is locked. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm great at picking locks. Let me look though. I don't even know if I can do that. I don't think I can do that, so we should probably just kick it down.
You know what? I have thieves' tools. I have proficiency in it. The question is, do I have any?
I would say, being that you work at a thieves guild, they probably just have, a giant crate of them that's big free, take one sign above it.
All right. So I probably have some lockpicks sitting in my back pocket somewhere, is
Probably.
what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll throw some in your
Hopefully your wallet
inventory
probably
just so
left
they're
one in
there,
there.
but yeah, I'm going to assume it's a given that you've got thieves tools as
Okay.
company provided equipment.
All right. What did you say, Brandon? Sorry.
They probably got one in your wallet. Kind of silly if it didn't. I was trying to do my
Well,
thieves work at the thieves guild, but I forgot my thieves tools. I ran out.
Forgot. I'm trying to do my pilot stuff, but I forgot my plane.
That's basically what it is. I forgot to bring my plane. How could this have happened?
I always just assumed that my body was the thieves' tool, but God. Am I supposed to actually click the thieves' tool thing to roll with that?
Yeah, you
is that
should
good
actually
enough?
be able to do that. And
Take whichever's higher at this point. I don't care. Thieves' tools are an intelligence check. Fuck that.
reroll that again. It's set to intelligence by default.
Oh, all right. Thanks. It's still a little bit better.
Best roll yet, I think. Yeah, so with a 15, you're able to slip that lock open.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And you step inside, and as you expected, you find a warehouse.
All right. Well, let's have a look around, then, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Since I'm pretty sure you have a higher investigation skill than me, I'm going to assist Nix
Well,
on investigating.
my investigation is 0, but
Oh
my
God.
perception is +4. I could start with
This,
that.
I would say this is probably an investigation.
Right, then, all right. You insist me looking around for
Yeah.
spare, either spare booze or potentially like a false door or a hole underneath all these boxes or something that
Well,
maybe goes underground.
Fluffy can sniff out the booze. So
Oh, okay. All
you
right.
focus
Perfect.
on the rats.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you look around the room, and I mean, other than some empty crates, Fluffy knocks over a barrel, bone dry inside.
Right. What would you like me to roll to reduce all of the empty crates into just planks and then remove them? Constitution? If I'm not smart enough to do this with logic, then I'm going to destroy this building.
Yeah, I like the idea of a constitution check just for the endurance smashing. Because it's not a matter of the strength of behind how long can you going at.
Okay, perfect. Are you gonna help me, Nix and Fluffy?
Yes.
You guys want to break this shit? All right, perfect.
Yes.
All right, it's not terrible.
Yeah, so between the two of you, you guys go at it, start smashing um, crates and barrels, and definitely get some odd looks from.
We're just cleaners. You keep walking.
Hmm.
As you're doing that, you notice something you hadn't noticed before. Rather obvious with the crates and everything. But you see a small trap door and that was completely covered by crates before.
Oh,
Oh, fully out of breath, Samuel points at it with excitement. See, I told you. All we had to do was destroy everything and we'd find
yeah.
where we needed to go.
Give me a perception.
Proceed. Okay.
Okay, proceed.
Samuel opens the trapdoor.
Okay. Oh, you have an open trap door. You hear muffled sounds.
Wait, who's there?
That you hear someone call out from. You making all that racket up there?
Are you a rat?
Why don't you come down here and find out for yourself?
All
That's
right.
what a
I
rat would say.
will.
Exactly what a
Well,
rat
come
would
down.
say.
I must say, if you remember your friends from the sewers that took a whack at you, you felt bad about it. We've got a proposition we'd like to talk to you about.
A proposition.
Indeed, a proposition. I'm coming down unarmed. Don't take any swings. Mean no harm.
Nix, are you going down as well?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'll poke my hands down from the top of the trapdoor to show that they're empty, and then I'll start hopping down.
Okay. So you guys climb on down. All right.
This is a right sight, isn't it?
Now, what sort of proposition you got? Better be a good one.
It was a business proposition of sorts. It has to do with your, presence within the city and perhaps making some mutual agreements.
And what would these agreements be?
Well, you see, there's a certain number of people that pay folk like us to deal with infestations such as the ones that you seem to cause or bring about. And we're rather keen on gold. Not sure what it is that you have purpose here in this city, but in case you wanted people off your back, we can become the infestation exterminators up top, and we'll essentially follow you around the city, make it look like we've dealt with the problem. Anytime it becomes noticeable up on the surface, we'll collect the gold and we'll tell you when people are beginning to become, bothered, we'll say, by your presence. And either you can move locations, or keep collecting the gold and keep the neighborhood watch off your back as best we can, and all's happy.
How much gold are we talking?
Well, generally, it depends on the size of the infestation. Some people will pay 100 gold, Depending on what neighborhood you're in, maybe it's 1,000. Depends on who's willing to get rid of the problem.
And how do you know that you will always be the ones called to deal with it? What if someone else comes and terminates?
Well, suppose we call it advertising. Me and my compatriots can become the premier infestation workers around the town. We'll put up flyers. Be the only names on the list. If anybody else comes to give you business, we'll rough them up. Before I go any further, it might help if I was somewhat keen as to what it is your purpose is within the city. Might help me more able to deal with those people that might like to come find you on their own.
Purpose in the city is the same as yours. Get rich, live life.
Well, all right. Interesting way of dealing with it. You get rich because of food or by gold?
More by gold, but to our nature, they don't look kindly on us up above, so we must resort to alternative methods for.
Ah, seems logical to me. Out of character for a second. Does this person over here appear to be the wife that we're looking for?
Yes, you definitely recognize as.
Okay. So then, if your goal is to get rich via coin, might I ask what it is that you're doing with hostages? And I'll point at the wife.
Hadn't figured that one out quite yet. We're kind of hoping for a ransom, but we were trying to figure out for how much.
Well, might be able to help out with that. Can I tell if she's conscious or not?
She is conscious, perhaps just barely.
Okay. Is her head covered or can she see us?
She can.
Okay. Oh, how about this then? What do you think that the hostage is worth if you were to ransom her? She's looking a little worse for wear, I must be honest.
Oh, that's the thing. We're not. We've never done this before. I don't know how. But we were thinking maybe 200,000, 300,000.
300,000 what? Copper?
No, gold. Who deals in copper?
Oh, gold. Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this much, but the king might think twice about spending 300,000 gold on the empress. That's quite the ask.
So tell me, what would be a reasonable amount then?
Maybe 1,000. Maybe 500, depends on how much her husband loves her.
1,000. That seems almost not worth the effort.
But what if I were to tell you that I might know where she came from? I might be able to secure you some gold, in advance, mind you, to take her back to where she came from, and I'll bring you the other half of the collections. Believe it or not, your names have made their way up into the ranks of the hands of the king. People have been looking for you.
Oh, don't we know it? Came around poking up above once or twice.
Right? Do you even know who owns this establishment in which you currently reside?
I can't say we do. I think they haven't been used in several years, so we figured not gonna mind our.
Indeed, it might not. Well, what say you then? If I said I could fetch you 1,000 gold in exchange for the hostage, would that be a amicable broach to proposition I've brought to you today?
Give me a we'll say with advantage, kind of round out last couple.
Okay.
Tell them it's 1,500. Got to do.
And I tell you what, icing on the cake. Even if hubby doesn't want to pay 1,500, I'll have your 1,500 as a measure of goodwill out of me own pocket. That sound all right?
I think that sounds alright.
Very well. I tell you what we'll do. We made all that racket upstairs, clearing the place out because I figured that you might be around here. Go upstairs. We'll take the hostage out. We'll get the money. We'll go ahead and stack everything we cleared out back on top of the trap door, as long as you don't need to leave via those means. That way nobody finds you, at least not right away, and we'll be back.
Oh, you can cover it up as much as you want. Just leave the corner uncovered with the hole. You can climb back out through that.
All right. Well, that I can do. I'll walk over and help the hostage to her feet.
They're watching you get her up. Definitely weak and not doing what she.
All right. As we're making our way out, I'll tell them we'll be back by late today or early tomorrow morning. Expect to see me. I'll knock 3 times on the trap door before I come in.
Alright.
And then I'll help her up the stairs.
Okay. So you guys help her back up. You cover up the trapdoor some, taking care to leave the small hole uncovered, and get back out into the streets once.
Sweet. Well, I will be kind of consoling it mostly. I'll kind of try to talk to her to see how much of this conversation she just comprehended.
Uh, it's, you know what you're doing. Husband does not have that kind of. Don't have that. Not after the last job.
This is the same lady?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The reward at the trader post says 2,000 gold, and that's probably what it will take. I'm not sure if I can get by with less, but either way, we'll get you nursed back to health, and we'll see you to your husband. I'll give her some of my rations if she's hungry. Well, how long have they been holding you down there? Do you know?
Been over a week.
Craven. So sorry.
My husband offered 2,000 gold. Get that kind of money.
Well, we'll just have to see about it when we get you back. Either way, we'll make sure that you're well enough to walk and do everything that you need to do, and we'll get you back to your husband one way or another.
So, she eats some food, gets some water. You guys begin making your way back across town. The bakery. When you get there, you do find the husband. He is overjoyed at returned his wife. Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd never see her again. It wasn't too much trouble.
Very close to. A little bit of quick talking. He helped with the problem. I don't think it'll be an issue for you again. Be more specific, I think that most of your concerns should be on your wife. They're trained to handle this kind of thing, and I suppose I should say we're sorry that this happened to you.
Oh, well, I do thank you so much for your help. Hopefully we won't need your services.
We hope not as well, but should you ever, don't hesitate to put another listing up. We'll see what we can do to help.
Sure.
Now, question comes for the method of reward. I must say, we do not do these jobs for free, as they can be quite dangerous.
Well, I already paid contact with your agent that when I put the listing up. I don't know how your organization works, but you see whoever handles them there. You'll see that I paid in full.
Oh, well, all right. Suppose we'll go speak with our organization then. Do you happen to know the name of the person who you paid?
No, he didn't give a name.
Out of character, I'm wondering if this is normal. I forget how we've been getting paid this whole time. If we're getting paid through the Thieves Guild or elsewhere.
Yeah, no, this is normal. You turn in your contract to the. Like the way that the contracts work is, when the person requesting the contract, signs up for, they pay their whatever they're paying for at that time, and the guild kind of holds it as a fee payout to who.
Okay, that makes sense. That's kind of what I remembered, but wasn't entirely sure. So
Yeah. So.
Well then, in that case, we will have him sign his name to say that we brought his wife back, and then we'll go get our money.
Perfect. So he gladly does so, quickly finds a way, and he then takes his wife, well, not home, upstairs to their quarters.
Cool. On the way out the door, I'll high five Nix and say, "Let's go get a fucking pint, shall we?"
Yes.
we'll head on back then.
Okay. Let's skip over to what's your
What's it to you?
yeah, so what's it to you? Hero,
It's to you.
what is it that you are doing?
I figured before I left the guild, I would ask one of the informants for information about the shadows?
Yeah,
Give
so
it
they don't have a ton of information on them. They are a secretive organization, but more on the cultish side of secret organization. Dark rituals, that sort of.
Do they know where they tend to hang out, or where I could find one?
He says that they don't know their can move.
That's all the info they got.
Yeah, they unfortunately don't have a.
Ah, shit. Do you happen to know if they have like any symbols or anything like that they would use?
They do have a symbol that they are known to use. He draws it out. I had not put any thought into that before now, so I'm not going to. But he draws it out, whatever it is, and gives you a scrap of paper. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Guess now I'll leave, and the question is, what the fuck am I gonna try and do to find these guys? Big as a city, anyway.
I want to say I played it out about an. If I can find. $500,000.
Well then. Let's see. That's all the info I got, though, is that they're a cultish-like organization, subduing themselves or using
Yeah.
magic and rituals. They do have a symbol. I guess I'll walk around the parts of the town where we don't have a teleport, like where maybe the thieves go. It's a little bit less prominent. Maybe a little bit of the sketchier, more rundown parts of town, and go just looking around for the symbol for the time being.
Okay.
Seeing if I see like any symbols like etched into a wall or like a cloth hanging off a building in an alleyway or something small like that that might just show that there's a place nearby for meeting.
Okay. Yeah,
So
certainly.
I imagine it's a cult, so unless we're talking Scientology, it's probably gonna be for a bunch of fucking broke ass bitches. So it's gonna be in a rundown part of the town. So yeah, we'll start there. I'll just start looking around for.
What if it was Scientology all along?
I don't know if I got that much money to get in there, then and steal it.
Yeah,
I only got 60 plat.
Real
I
estate.
might be too poor.
Catching on.
yeah, you might be.
Be funny if you just caught on to my whole ruse there. I just took.
They just copied and pasted it for
Did a
the
find and replace on Scientology and put shadows.
search and replace Scientology, the shadows. All right, I'm done. Finish that up. Time for the next part.
Easy peasy.
Well, that's the thing. They're not gonna be fucking hiding though. They want people to come. That's the difference.
Like Scientology, but
like Scientology, but they're aware of how fucking scummy they are, so they don't pronounce it. All right. Do I have any luck walking through some of the rundown parts of the city?
Let me see.
21. Also, kind of like looking at people's clothing or seeing if maybe like somebody might have it tattooed on an open ligament or something. Just kind of looking everywhere for that symbol.
Oh,
I don't know if somebody would have tattooed it on their leg or some shit.
wait, before that, did you say tattooed on their ligament? And you know, ligaments are an internal part of your body, right?
Hey, I don't judge what they do.
Like ligaments are like the things that attach muscles to bones.
I don't condone tattooing appendages, but ligaments I'm fine with.
Appendages is ridiculous, but ligaments, that makes sense. That's
Yes, we're gonna cut.
I'm not the one who wrote the shadows, Colin.
Let's cut up your skin, open you up, put a permanent marking on the inside of you where nobody's gonna see it, and then we'll sew you back up.
Like I said, I didn't make them. You made them.
that's called dedication right there.
Yeah. That's how you know you're a part of the cult. It's completely and utterly pointless, but you're willing to do it. Very cult-like. Well, fine, I'll look on the outside on their appendages if it's so important. And not skin people alive to look for it. But now I am going to have to skin one at some point just to be sure. It's going to be really awkward because I don't like violence that much.
I gotta make it. It's not gonna be the shadows, but you have just now made it so that there's some group somewhere in this world that does tattoos
Look
on
at
the
that.
inside of the body. It's too crazy to know.
And who will be the dumb one then? They brand all their members. We've looked all over their body. What about in the body? Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've got ideas to make this actually. It's gonna be great.
And who will be the stupid one then? I'm just prematurely preparing for that quest.
So with some excellent perception check, you for a split second notice somebody. They do actually have a tattoo of that symbol on their forearm. Notice it from under their cloak briefly as about tap.
Time to start stealthing behind him. Keeping distance, trying to like follow the corners more than anything, but not getting so far away that they could take 2 quick turns and dodge me.
Okay. So you maintain a reasonable distance. Follow him for. He winds his way through town. Even doubles back a couple times. Before eventually heading down a dark alley.
All right. Peek in the alley. What's he doing?
Walks down the alley. Looks both ways and gives a quick knock on.
I'm gonna try and listen in if he gives a code word or something like that.
Give me a check. Try and hear it. Anything said.
Oh hell yeah! I put my ear in the fucking wall right next to him. Surround sound, both ears.
Literally become them to hear what they're talking about.
I might as well be in his head. I'm hearing his thoughts.
So, but first you start hearing it. You don't expect that you should hear it. You think I shouldn't be hearing this, but then it seems maybe you're in just the right spot for the sound echo in just the right way to reach your ear. Um,
It's all the laws of science.
you hear speak the phrase before entering in. In the darkness, do our work. And he slips inside the door and light.
I'm gonna
You?
wait about 5-10 minutes. Just kind of maybe do like a lap around the block or something like that. Did it looks like his like was he wearing any clothes that looked very specific, like a specific colored hoodie or something like that,
Um,
or a cloak?
Perception.
Just if it looked specific, like some sort of uniform that they might wear, or if was it just everyday clothes?
It didn't look out of the place as everyday clothes. Being that's the first person from them you've seen. Hard to tell if it was actually like a uniform sort of thing. But if it was, it didn't look out of place as an everyday.
All right. I'm gonna do disguise self, and I'm just gonna put the tattoo in the same spot on me that he had on him. That's the only thing I'm gonna change about myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and knock.
Um, a couple moments later, someone comes over, opens the shutter, stares at you.
In the darkness, we do our work.
Um, Opens the door and lets you.
Nod to him as I go in.
You look inside and you see it's a small room. Plain furnishings. A reasonably sized table with some chairs around it in the middle.
Just that one room, or does it branch off into a hallway with other rooms?
Looks like there's a stairway leading up. A second.
With just a real quick glance, does it look like there's a safe in the room or anywhere you would keep valuables?
Not that you can see from your vantage point.
I'm just gonna head to the stairs and walk up like I belong here.
Give me a um or some kind of for that making it
God.
your choice of,
Deception. How about that?
as I say, deception, performance, something
Got a
like.
-1 in charisma. We're definitely going deception. At least I got a +1 for proficiency. I just walk there like I know, like I already know exactly where I'm going.
So you head in and you take a. One of them turns to you. Have we met before?
I don't think we have.
Oh well. Introduce yourself then.
Well, hello. I'm Yukimaru.
Hello, Yuki.
I apologize. I'm a bit of a newer, you could say to this.
Must say hadn't know you were had joined, and can't say we were expecting you at this meeting.
What can I say? I'm eager.
Also, didn't even publish this public thing as a known thing within our organization.
I have ways of figuring out what's going on. I like to stay up to I like to stay up to snuff on what's going down.
Certainly welcome to. Don't go prying where.
I try my best, but that's quite difficult.
No, don't. But really, don't.
Just give a nod. I'll try and look around for anything. Might look around for anything notable in the room. Again, looking for something that might be like a safe or a store, like a secured storage unit in the room.
Yeah, no safe or storage sort. The first floor here is pretty basic, just a table and some papers on.
So are they like sitting down, getting ready for like a speech or something from a higher up? Is that what's going on? Is there a bunch of people sitting down? Or?
There's about, including yourself, there's about 4 people at the table. 3 other people.
Okay.
And they seem to be looking over the various documents.
Can I tell what they're saying without like just straight up like staring at them? Can I kind of glance and see what they're saying? At least maybe like skim like the top of it or something like that, or the papers, try and get a gist of it.
Yeah.
Do I at least see the word like interplanar pocket watch or something like that on them by chance? Or maybe another location specifically?
You don't see the words interplanar pocket watch anymore. What do you?
I see wood on wood.
You have one paper that seems to be mentioning something about summoning some devils or demons.
Doesn't really matter. What else we got?
Second one where notice it makes a reference to a location across town.
Doesn't mention anything that might be around it, like, the Johnson location or something like that. Just say, like, the second location, or home location.
No, I was going to say it seems to reference a abandoned town. The other side.
Okay. Is it one that I would know from being in the town for as long as as little as I have been, or
Yeah,
like a notable temple?
Yeah, it's a big enough one that
Okay.
would know of.
Anything else noteworthy on the documents?
Nothing else that you can make out with.
So what are the guys that I'm sitting at the table specifically talking about? They're just talking about like what's on the documents directly, or are they talking about a job they're doing?
At the moment, they're not doing a whole lot of talking. They're mostly reviewing documents, reading over things, making notes. That they're punched over them, kind of hard to see what they're writing. They're just going to be sitting there, kind of trying to take that thing. Your move.
I'm gonna lean over to the guy that talked to me. So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to this still. Is there something I can do to help out?
Uh, what skills do you? Maybe some.
Uh, I'm very good about accomplishing things without people knowing that I accomplished those things.
What kind of thing? A lot of things get.
I tend not to be overly violent, but other than that, give me a challenge. I could probably accomplish it. And if not, I could find a group of people to help me accomplish it.
Okay.
Like I said, I just try to stick away from using violence.
Okay. Well, this can certainly be done violently. Need fresh sacrifice. Oh. Round us up. 2 or 3. Yes, probably 3. Say 3.
And what are the prerequisites for these three people need to be? They need to be a certain race, a certain age.
Humanoid and living. The specific ritual is not too about it.
And where shall I drop them off at?
You know that old temple on the other side of town?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Need them there. And
Sounds like a good challenge for me. I'll get it done.
excellent.
I'll give him a nod and I'll look to head out.
Okay.
And after that, is it a what time of day is it now?
It's probably midday at this late afternoon.
If anything, if I have time before like nighttime, I'll just go scout out the temple, but I'm not gonna go inside. Just kind of go get a lay for it outside of it,
Yeah.
just so I'm like familiar with how to get there, what the outside looks like, and then I'll head back to the guild. Group up with the gang and figure out a plan from there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see.
Maybe make some drugs so we can drug 3 people. Who's to say we can't triple dip with 3 different fucking contacts of business?
This is
Working with the rats, with the guild, with the shadows. Fuck it. Who else can we work with?
um. Let's. Go. The church is large enough that it definitely stands out against the city around. Not the largest of its type in town, but large enough towers above buildings around. I mean, to give you some idea of the scale, the main portion of it's 75 feet wide and 150 feet short, and wings extending out.
Okay. A relatively standard temple or church.
Yeah. Definitely, this one definitely hasn't been used. Some of the windows have.
You can tell it's pretty beat up.
Yeah. Did you have anything else you were wanting to do before heading back?
Just kind of scouting the outside of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you finished scouting it out and head back. You'll find yourselves back at the town that evening. Samuel and Nix, I presume, went to turn in your.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. You do that, you go drop off your 250 experience points for everyone, and you get handed a bag
Yay.
of 2,000 gold.
Yay!
Yeah.
We buy a pint.
Gotta buy it. It's on the house here.
That's true.
Well, the normal ones are in the
Talk
house.
about-
They do, have some nice bottles in. Put down some extra.
I'll put down a little extra coin just for funsies. How much do I need to get rid of? I'll buy one. I'll buy one for myself and Nix.
Yeah, we'll say to get some of the nice stuff. Just
All right. All right. Well, I'll give the other 500 to Nix to hold on to, and then I'll keep the 1,500 to give to our people. On the other side, down in the cellar. Our new co-workers, hopefully. Job well done today, Nix.
Yep. We did good. We did good.
You earned the drink. Enjoy. If Wendell is here for some reason, if he's just been hanging out all day, then I'll tell him all about it in character, of course. Has Hero come back yet?
yeah, he's back by the.
Nice. What time of day is it?
It's probably about dinner time. Early evening.
Okay. I'll tell Hero all about it then. How was your day, Hero?
Well, I found out a bit about the shadows. And I likely
really?
found out where we'll need to go to get the Pocket Watch. Remember that old temple on, whatever side of town?
Yeah, I think so. Seems familiar.
Turns out they got a pretty big setup going on there. I imagine the
Oh,
Pocket Watch is
really?
probably there, if not close to there.
Okay. Is it, what kind of an organization is it?
I didn't pry too much into it. I followed somebody until I found a small group of them. But they did mention they needed 3 sacrifices for a ritual by 2 days. So take
Oh,
with that
really?
what you will, what kind of group they are. They
They
also had a
seem to be
paper
a pretty...
discussing summoning demons and devils. So
Oh, really? They, seem to be a pretty, formidable group, or is it more of, society's outcasts pulled together?
it's hard to say from what I saw. I only met a handful of them today in a small one-off office.
Okay.
Can't
Right, well,
imagine
if
it's as
they've got...
big as the guild here, but I imagine they have a sizable group.
Yeah. Well, if it's, suppose if they're doing some kind of big event, I'd have to wonder if, the prototype we're after that they have is not a part of whatever their event is that they're doing, or if it's just some trinket they've acquired along the way. You think we'll have to get in there and get the item before the ritual they're taken care of, or do you think it would be better to wait?
I imagine if they're trying to do something with interplanar travel, then that wouldn't surprise me if sacrifices are required to do something along those lines with accuracy.
Uh,
So odds are
uh,
there's a good chance that if that's what they're doing in 2 days, they will be using the pocket watch then.
right. Well, I suppose we might have to be quick on our feet then, see what we can't do about perhaps thwarting their plans, or at least getting in and getting out with the item before then. But how did you manage to gain this information? Did you pay them?
I just followed a member, and I'll show my. How long does this guy's stuff last for? 1 hour. I'll just pull out the paper. I just followed somebody with this symbol on them and faked my way into one of their small hideouts. That was just a couple of
Oh, okay.
offices.
It's just
All
an
right.
hour, and
Yeah, so I looked at it. Yeah, it's just an hour. It's gone. Pull out the little paper I had. Yeah, I found somebody with this tattooed on their forearm, and I just put that onto myself for an hour with some magic and faked my way into there with a code word.
That's some quick thinking.
So I also told him I would be the one to grab 3 humanoid creatures for the sacrifice in 2 days. So
Oh, really?
probably best get this done tomorrow night before I
Okay.
try and get in sneaky.
All right. Well, be happy to be of assistance if needed. I imagine that taking just one item shouldn't be too difficult, as long as we are able to locate it quickly. So if you've got a good idea of where it would be at, then I'd say it should be said and done.
I can't imagine they're going to leave a powerful magical item out in the open. I imagine that's
Oh,
going to be
probably.
on a higher member, if not securely fastened somewhere safe.
Oh, so you think we might have to get a little handsy to get it to find it, huh?
It's possible. I can't imagine it would be as simple as walk in, ask them where it is, and take it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Something that is that powerful, dangerous. I can't imagine they're just gonna let anybody walk up and hold it, let alone leave with it.
Right.
Hell, there's a chance they might even not show it to everybody. It might only be the higher ups that get to see it.
Right. Well, I suppose if we can find it, or at least figure out who's got it before the ritual, then I suppose we'll just have to get them alone. Then shouldn't be too much trouble if we can at least figure out who's got it first. Mine will come easy after that.
That's a big if there.
Agreed.
That being said, I
Well,
figure tomorrow we can go to the temple and check it out.
yeah, I'm more than happy to assist. Um, well, Nix and I, we today we ended up reuniting with our rat friends, hiding out in the cellar of an old warehouse, and well, we happened to find the missing wife at the same time.
That's good.
Yep. Good thing is that they seemed amicable to the plans that Wendell and I had discussed once upon a time, and as a gesture of goodwill, we offered to well, mete out the ransom that they intended on holding the wife for, which they're clearly newbies because they damn near killed her by holding her hostage. She was in pretty rough shape when we found her, but they were willing to accept 1,500 gold as the ransom, and the total reward was 2,000. So we're pocketing 500, and we'll hand over the other 1,500 at near no expense to us, and perhaps find ourselves a new business arrangement.
I see.
Maybe at
Suppose
least
there's
a somewhat steady source of income.
I suppose there's a possibility that those rodents will be useful to us.
What was that? You suppose there's a possibility of what?
They might be useful to us.
Oh, yeah, indeed. I think that as long as they can keep their cool and not cause too much trouble, it seems they're mostly looking for gold just like us, rather unscrupulous characters and such. I think that as long as they don't draw too much attention and we can do a decent job of covering them up, collecting money for taking care of jobs, wherever we have them cause problems, it'd be a nice steady stream of income.
So long as they don't ever talk about the deal. If that were to get out, then I imagine getting jobs for us could become significantly harder.
Well, we'd certainly be public enemies number one and two, and then three and four. I suppose it depends on who they see the most.
As well as odds are, P would be much less willing to give the guild jobs to begin with if they found out that guild members were essentially laundering money through them.
Engaging in racketeering, yes.
Very
Suppose I
risky
could ask
endeavor.
around and see if it's something that's frowned upon by the community. But that being said, luck favors the bold sometimes. I'd be willing to take a few risks here and there. At the very least, we got a free 500 gold out of it. Didn't have to lift a finger, just had to talk.
Suppose it's
But,
always nice. It's not much gold, but gold
no,
is gold.
indeed. Either way, they might be a useful bunch to have in our pocket should we ever need backup with something here or there. Mind you, they're just cutthroats for gold, it seems. They're willing to take whatever risks they need to catch a coin, but it doesn't hurt to have more hands sometimes, depending on what we may get into. Nevertheless, before I get absolutely drained on these tankards, I think I'm going to take a stroll across town and deliver their portion of the payment before they decide to move on. I don't want them getting too impatient, and I also don't feel like waking up early, so I'm going to head that way. Whichever one of you would like to join me, you may, but if you don't want to, I understand.
I suppose I will just so I can see exactly where
Yeah.
they're at.
I'll go back with you.
Right. You don't have to show your faces. If you'd like to wait up top, that's fine too.
I can always just show a different face if I'm not concerned.
Indeed, you could.
Either
And with
way,
that, I'll I'll finish. Oh, good.
So either way, I guess I'll go retire for the night as well, so I can be up and ready.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head over there now, and then make the drop, and then I'll come back and find my way to bed. I finish my drink, and I'll stand up and start to make my way across town to go visit the Rat Pack, and then I'll come back.
Okay. Anyone going with him?
Oh, I'll go in the morning.
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay, so back at the rats.
Are you coming as well, Brendan, or were you going to bed?
Yeah. Oh, are you going
Okay.
at nighttime or?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we've
we're
been
going-
saying.
we're
Is he's
going
going
now.
like now.
Oh, I thought you were going in the morning. Yeah,
I'm going now before I get too drunk, and I also don't want to wake up early. So
Oh, I thought you were saying you were gonna go to bed early. Okay, I'll go now then. I misunderstood.
Okay.
I'll just kind of stay in back
So-
here.
I'll do a slow 3 knocks on the door, on the trap door before opening it.
All right, and you open it and head back down once and find the rats there just as before. Got the money
gentlemen?
now?
We do have the money. Matter of fact, the 1500 was a sufficient talking point. I'll take the bag of gold and I'll set it on the planks to my right.
Good, good.
So, what do you two think's next for you? You'll be hanging out here for a while, or what's the next move?
Now we gotta find a new place to live. Crazy lady knows where to live.
Right? Yeah, I suppose that's true. Might have to move on somewhere. Where are you thinking? You have a place planned out yet?
Not yet. Wander the sewers, wander around town. See what comes up.
All right.
Opportunists in that manner. They wouldn't sell us a house if we tried, so we take what's available.
Well, have you given much more thought to proposed partnership from earlier?
Given it a little of thought, you might say.
All right. What do you think? Does it seem like an amicable plan?
Perhaps we give it a try, see how it goes.
All right.
Sufficiently profitable and safe venture.
All right, then how should I find you next?
Until we find a new place above the sewer. In the sewer. How should you find it? This is a good.
Well, how about this? Whether you find a specific place in the sewers that you could direct me to, or if you find another place above ground, whenever you do, how about you come back here at night time or whenever it is you find best to maneuver above ground, and you either scroll or write something into the stone on the outside, or maybe leave a message outside this building on the backside away from the street, under a rock or written in the wood, and let me know where to find you.
Like that. That could work.
Alright. I will consider it a dead drop then. I'll be back over the next few days to take a look and we'll see what we've scrounged up.
Perfect.
Pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen.
As well, we look forward to a profitable cooperation.
Indeed. I'll turn and just raise my hand over my shoulder as I walk back towards the liner. And I'll gather the troop. Roll out.
Either two,
Yeah.
the rest of you, do you have any long for the?
I was just long for the ride here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're back here. You guys go back up. Drink some more before.
All right, well, have a few drinks. I'll say thanks to everybody for joining me on the little trek over across town. Wish everyone a good night's rest, and I'm looking forward to the adventures tomorrow.
It sounds good. I'll just retire to bed at that point.
Okay. You guys get a short rest if I don't know. Wake up nice and well refreshed next. What are your plans?
Well, with that, I better probably hold off and call it a night for tonight because it's 10 over here in New York, and I got
Oh, yeah,
to leave the hotel by 6:15 in the morning. So
Oof.
Ah, yeah.
That's
I think this would be a good stopping point then. So
yeah.
do a pause here.
sounds good.
Agreed.